Hello everybody, we have a riveting video for you today. This is Tyler, Erin's amazing husband, that has chosen to do a voiceover for you all. I'll be going through, giving some stories, some opinions, just kind of commenting on the general setup of this monthly spread of April, with the theme of sea turtles, and probably throw in some generalized ocean themes, I would imagine. So, as we have going on, Erin is setting up a cover page for this month, which she has not done for a while from my understanding. So on this cover page we have Leroy. Leroy is going to be the main turtle of this adventure as he goes through the month of April. Leroy's had quite the life growing up. When he was just a baby, as a fresh hatchling on the sand, he was helped to the ocean with the graciousness of a kind little girl, and throughout his life he's made many friends, including that of, let's say a clownfish maybe, along with his other turtle friends. And with all that being said about Leroy, I want to just kind of jump over real quick and just give a quick shout out to everybody that is currently at home for one reason or another. And I just want to thank you all for taking the time to listen, to try to get some ideas for bullet journaling, or if not, just to kind of escape for a little bit and think about something other than all of the difficulties that we're currently going through. So jumping back to the cover page here, Erin's finishing up tracing her pencil outline of Leroy. Leroy took her quite a while to actually sketch out, with a bunch of erasing and kind of going back and fixing a little bit of this or that. And it's kind of the beauty of mechanical pencils, huh? They lie to erase. So that being said, I encourage each and every one of you, go out of your comfort zone maybe and draw something you can. Use mechanical pencil to start with, and if you don't like it at the end of the day, you can erase it and go on from there. So yeah, here we go, finishing up the cover page here. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'd say that Leroy turned out pretty well. And, I definitely like him and all of his details that have been put forth here. So as we move on to the rest of the monthly spread, I am looking forward to seeing what else she brings in and how the turtle theme kind of plays throughout. Alright, so here we go on to the next page of this spread, and looks like we just got a basic calendar for this. And as you'll see, as she's using the straight edge of a ruler to draw perfect lines, which definitely I think adds a great feel to this. And I don't state the obvious, but straight lines really, I think, are important here. Sad part is, even if I was using a ruler, I'm pretty sure that they would still turn out crooked, although I don't really know how you do that when you have these grids in a bullet journal. So yeah, I'd still find a way to mess that up. Oh well, at least Erin can do it, because I probably cannot. Anyways, so she has her Monday through Sunday calendar set up, which I guess is one of her things that she does, which kind of works for me because my work schedule is Monday through Sunday also. So, and I feel like most of us, that's what it would be anyways. And, as she has the colors in here, I think this really comes together after, seeing the finished product beforehand. Looks like using some Crayola markers. Wow, definitely like that nostalgia factor. And we come in with Tombow, which, we all know that's a versatility and is easily one of Erin's favorite brush pens. And as we move on, she finishes out the colors for the calendar and moves on to the monthly goal section here, which she intends on having 3 goals for the month, which one related to work, one related to business, and one related to home. Not really exactly sure. I know she told me, but I don't remember everything she says. Partly because sometimes I just don't listen. And most of you married folk out there probably can relate to that. So it looks like she's finishing off her numbers with a Sakura jelly roll. I believe that's what it's called. I'm not really sure, but ever since doing that stationery showdown thing, I've learned the names of a lot of different pens and other, bullet journaling stuff. So moving on, she's, tracing over this next turtle, which no relation to Leroy, but it does have a very interesting design and kind of a reference, which I'm sure many of you will get, and if not, the answer can be found on Disney Plus, or you can keep following for the month, as I'm pretty sure more references will be made. If not, you can probably look in the comments, and I'm sure someone will say, oh, I know what that is from, and that's totally okay as well. But I will say, definitely from one of my favorite Disney movies. So this little guy here, this is Lucky. He is quite the charmer, and he is really one of my little favorites. And as we move on here, we're getting to the master task list for the month. These are things that Erin will need to get done for work, home, business, and for Patreon. Shout out to all of Erin's patrons out there, and for all those subscribers and all those followers. All of you do your part, and I truly hope that each and every one of you does take something away from these videos and grows as a person and as a bullet journaler or a planner or whatever your hobby may be. So getting back, here you see the finished spread for this page. I guess these 2 pages. You have kind of the water effect here on the words for work, home, business, and Patreon. Turtles thrown in. And I'd say some turtle colors are very prominent here. Alrighty, so moving on yet again, we get to the Peloton and Habit Tracker page. Now I've been warned that this Peloton section setup has been sped up quite a bit since you guys have already seen her set this up. But I will give a couple words about Peloton and just how amazing it has been for us. She and I both have loved the investment that we've made, and given the current state of affairs and gyms being closed, it has made life and working out extremely easy. So here we are, tracing some more pencil yet again. Not really sure why these letters are so big on the top and smaller on the bottom, but it is what it is. I guess it's an interesting way of doing things, and it's consistent, so that's cool. Anyways, so Peloton, going back to that, you have here the 30 days, one for each day of the month, and I know Erin's goal is to probably ride daily at this point. Also, looks like we kind of jump back to the Sakura jelly roll. Great pen, great pen. That's all I'm going to say. Here we are, some stickers going down. Gotta love them stickers with this habit tracker thing. I'll be honest, I really don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure that last month our habit trackers didn't go so well, based on what I saw paging through the earlier parts of this bullet journal. But regardless, hopefully this month she'll turn things around. And here we go with the white turtle. It's an albino, as you can see, because it's white. And, he's friendly, he's cool. He is friends with Leroy. And they met somewhere in the ocean. So going back to the Peloton spread, she threw in all the different types of variables that kind of come with riding. For any of you Peloton riders out there, you guys will understand what all this cadence resistance and all that fun stuff is. But yeah, just some components of Peloton there. And we move on to the kind of color theme that has been present throughout on the habit trackers. And I think we're about finishing up these. Oh, no. Got a couple more boxes here. This is also relating to the Peloton. These are for 20-minute rides, 30-minute rides, and it'll be probably 40-plus minute rides, actually 45 minutes or 60-minute rides on the higher end there. So depending on how long a ride she rides per day, that'll go right below the numbers there in white. And now we have the labeling of each of the habit trackers. I can take a wild guess on which one of these will be more filled up than the others. The workout one I think will be pretty full. The yoga one, I'd say maybe half full. The low carb one will be pretty empty. 7-hour sleep one probably pretty full. Design probably high, and clean, that's a wild card. Okay, moving on yet again, we're gonna go with a cleaning tracker. It's like a habit tracker thing, I guess. Definitely have never actually seen her do this. I really don't know much about it, and she had to explain the concept of it to me. I did figure out what distressed ink is now, and I would say it actually looks really cool at the end of the day and when that's all said and done. So stencils kind of do have their worth, because I feel like free drawing this, or whatever you want to call it, really wouldn't work out. So stencil definitely make things easier, and this distressed ink look really brings things together. So as she finishes this up, I guess I'll kind of comment on the other aspects of this page. We have another turtle up in the upper left here. This is Juniper. This is a female turtle. And those are the distressed inks she used. Great, cool. Anyways, taking the stencil off. I wonder what kind of tape that is. Is that washi tape? It doesn't really look like washi tape, but it is kind of cupcakey, and cupcakes are yummy, so that's cool. Anyways, Juniper, she is one of Lucky's friends, as you may want to call it. Going to the tracker here, it's got the blue kind of wavy look to it again. Oh, and we have a palm tree, and I guess it's pretty islandy and tropical, and sea turtles are in the ocean, and that's kind of tropical, so it kind of works. Alrighty, so Juniper gets finished up here, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna move on to the next page, which is gonna be the self-care bingo. I've really never seen this one, or I've never heard her talk about it, but set up our grid here with the straight lines from the ruler, because can't have not straight lines. So self-care bingo is actually pretty cool looking at this. As she finishes these lines up and goes through and fills it in, I will kind of give you guys my thought on which ones will be accomplished and not accomplished, and we will go from there. And yeah, that's really about it on that. Anyway, so 60-minute Peloton ride, that'll probably happen. 30 minutes of yoga, I'm not sure with that. Usually she does like 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. Long walk with Malia, our favorite little girl. Maybe she'll do that, but I don't know what a long walk is to her. Read a book, she does that pretty much nightly. Have a meatless meal, that's pretty easy. You just have some spaghetti or something like that. 1 hour of no tech, I doubt that one, just because she's like glued to her phone and social media pretty much at all times. 10, oh man, I kind of got away from that. Okay, anyways, so as she moves around, we're going to jump back to the cleaning tracker. Like I said earlier, this was a kind of a new thing to me. I didn't really know what it was, and what all these little squares, rectangles, whatever you want to call them, mean. So anyways, the things that she wants to get done, she's made a whole list of cleaning things to do, and hopefully they'll kind of get done. Either way, pick up cans. We drink a lot of water. Neither of us really drink soda at all. Gave that up years ago, and it's been pretty okay. We just replaced it with all sparkling water. Alrighty, so we'll finish out here. Laundry is a big one. I'm pretty sure those are things that want to get done twice a week. We definitely go through a lot of laundry, partly because I wear scrubs to work, and then I come home and change, so it's like 2 sets of clothes a day. And that's okay. At least we have a washer and dryer in our house, which is a lot better than previously living in an apartment when we did not. Alright, so this should be finished out pretty shortly. Going back, like I said, I really do like the distressed ink of this cleaning tracker stencil situation. I think that came out fantastic, and is honestly probably one of my favorite parts of this spread for this month. Here we go, finishing out with some waves, which is totally cool. Anyways, can't really see much of what's on the self-care bingo at this moment, but I'll just read a couple that I think will get done. Make hot cocoa, probably. She loves hot cocoa, and it's still a little chilly here, so that works out. Oh, another turtle, so that means another name. Names that Erin doesn't know. This one can be Chupacabra. I honestly don't know why it's named Chupacabra, but that's the first thing that kind of came to mind, so we're just going to roll with it, and you know what? See how that plays out. So, you know, you got Juniper, you got Lucky, you got Leroy, you got Chupacabra, and you know, they're just all out there having fun. Anyways, finishing out the bingo here. Probably back to the Sakura Jelly Roll at this point. Donate to charity. I see that one on there. I think that'll get done for sure, especially given our times. You know, we really like to take the chances we have, and you know, we are fortunate, and you know, giving to charity is something we do relatively regularly, and you know, it's just something that, you know, the little things that we can do to help everybody out. Anyways, so here we have a look at the setup here, and really, I think it's pretty cool. Oh, I saw eat a piece of chocolate cake. Definitely will get done. We all know how Erin loves her sweets. Anyways, going through the rest of this spread, we see what kind of came out from today's video and how everything kind of came together. Like I said, I really do like this theme. I offered to do this voiceover because I really enjoyed it. Yet again, thanks to all of Erin's patrons, and if, you know, maybe we set some goals on Patreon, and I can make some guest appearances based on those goals. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you, everybody.